There's an Igbo proverb that says, "It is the firewood a woman gathered in her youth that keeps her warm in old age." The ideology of a circle of care and support is an ingrained one in the Nigerian society. The unspoken assumption that as you achieve and grow, you are duty bound to stretch and lift others. In today's world, this is referred to as black tax. Black tax refers to the social and cultural expectation that income earners will financially support parents, siblings, and extended family members who are less economically secure. It is not enforced by law, but it is enforced by tradition, morality, and expectation. It appears in the sharing of first salaries, in monthly transfers, school fees, medical bills, and daily sustenance. Why is this practice deeply rooted?
It is deeply rooted in our culture as Africans, especially because we Africans, we live in a community. We believe in communality, in togetherness. That Ubuntu, philosophy that I am because you are is what is responsible for the black tax. Unlike the Western world, in some Western societies, even though black tax also, uh, you know, happens in their own community, but they are more individualistic. Our value system is different. Our outlook in life now is different. If you live in the city or you are educated, the way you see life is quite different from the person who lives, especially in the rural areas, and is not well educated. So it's a phenomenon that, but whether we like it or not, as the earth remaineth, the poor will always remain with us. So it is a kind of a responsibility for us as individuals to see that out of the little that God has given to us, we also, hand out to people who don't, but it should not be done discriminately and, let me say, wickedly.
For many working Nigerians, success is accompanied by responsibility before reward. Personal goals, saving, housing, marriage, and health are often negotiated alongside family obligations. Support is given not only out of duty, but out of gratitude and love. Yet the pressure is real. For many, refusal is not neutrality, it is perceived as abandonment, ingratitude, or moral failure. For parents and elders, dependence is rarely entitlement. It is often the expectation of continuity, built on years of sacrifice made without pensions, healthcare, or social security.
I take care of my aged mother. I also take care of my cousins. I also have two young people that currently stay with me that I'm also taking care of. And then I'm also a youth pastor, so I have a couple of people here and there that I also support from time to time. But every month I take care of my mom, my siblings, or my relatives, my cousins, and there are people I'm currently training in school. So black tax is a reality that we all deal with. It's one that happens whether you like it or not. And for me, I think that there just has to be a balance to it, because definitely as a young person growing up in Africa, there's so many sacrifices in terms of your well-being, in terms of your development when you were growing up. And it just only makes sense that when God has begun to help you in one way or the other, that you just return the favor and give back to the systems that built you. However, it's also important that you create and strike a balance as to not doing it to your own detriment. But yes, definitely it's a reality we all deal with. Unlike if you are one was to cater for himself and his immediate family, whenever income comes in, you have to think of these other people. You have to factor them into your consideration in terms of your planning and your spending. So yes, a great deal it does. Even recently, I had a family member that had to undertake a surgery, an emergency surgery, and I had to, see how to support that process. So these are things that come up, and sometimes they change the dynamics of things you had planned to do with your finances. I'm glad and happy to be able to help and be of service to people in my family.
As society evolves, The challenge is not to abandon communal values, but to renegotiate them with balance, dignity, and sustainability. Because in Nigeria, success is rarely personal and responsibility is rarely